everyone, Crafting Vicky here with you, and today we're making a set of cards that I will be also putting in my Etsy store, but I'm using the goodies that I got from Temu. I told you I was going to use them, so I stored all my little goodies inside this super adorable little drawer. It's just the perfect thing to put all these together. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this set here because I think the color scheme is going to work out really well. So I had to kind of remove the top of the little drawer insert so that I could pull out the drawer and show you that I'm using it for that. I pulled out some distress inks because I think it would be fun, and my concept I think is going to be to use a tag. And to use this here with like with the different papers, and to edge the edge everything, and to just have fun with this. I've got some, I'm thinking of using some of this beautiful washi strips. I think this would be really gorgeous at the bottom. But I pulled out all the other ones just in case I would prefer. I'm not sure which of these inks I want to use for my distressing of these, so I figured we would start off by doing that and figuring out which one I was going to use. There's two that I don't have little sponges for. So I thought it'd be the perfect time to do this at the same time, to set those up, and this way they're all set up. I got some new little sponges like that so that I could actually have more to use. So all the items from Temu are going to be in the description box below. And you can go and check them out. They've got really good deals, and I'm sure you're not going to regret it. I'm very happy also that they want to do another collaboration with me, so I'm very excited. I still have yet to choose which product I'm going to showcase, so that will be coming up in a bit. So there's that one. And I thought I could try to edge on the different on one of those and see which one I prefer, because I'm not sure which of all the different inks I'm gonna prefer, and so I can try it at the same time and figure out which one is gonna be the best for this set of card. So then there's walnut stain. Walnut stain obviously is going to be much darker, so this was brushed corduroy, and this is going to be walnut stain. I was surprised that I didn't have that one already done, because I was pretty sure I had, but I didn't. So the good thing is now it will be done. So I'm going to put that aside there. Walnut stain is over here. That one should be much darker. Yeah. A much darker brown, as you can see. The brush corduroy reminds me of a vintage photo, but then maybe once I put vintage photo on there it's gonna look different. I don't know. So there's that. So we've tried these two. Let's try vintage photo. That's usually my go-to. I'm trying to go with other ones since I do have, oh, it's more brown. The other one has more orange, I guess. Which is strange because in the on the little top it's not that way. It doesn't look that way. have to be careful. I'm gonna have to wash my hands in between because I've got a feeling I'm gonna dirty everything. So there's that. Then let's try frayed burlap. It's, yeah, that's not the look I think I'm looking for. Got a feeling it's going to be between those two. Let's try the ground espresso, which is much darker. And see how that's going to look. And I can choose. Yeah, it's darker, but it's not as it's not as dark as a walnut, but it's definitely darker. So now let's see with the different papers which one I prefer, because it's going to be on top of a paper. And I'm also going to edge some of this book page, because I'm thinking of doing book page and then the paper from Temu, and then I'm thinking of using after that to use the tag. So there's going to be multiple layers. That was my goal. So I've got 3 different types of paper. There's this one, but when I go with, because it's going to be on top of this, so there's going to be basically this, that, and then that. So this could go well. I think I would want to remove part of the bottle because I don't think the bottle fits. So there's this one. If I go with that, it's more brown. This is more like it fits with this. And then I'm thinking that that is too yellow. And then I probably would go with maybe more with that or the walnut. But then if I go with this one, which was my thought originally, then that's more, or would I go with vintage photo? No, I think I still think that one is probably better. Huh, funny how I thought I was gonna go with these, one of those two, but now I'm really thinking maybe more one of those. This one, I don't think there's enough difference to really make it pop. And I want to use one of these ladies as the top embellishment for the tag. So it's gonna have to be one that has you know, more something like that or something like this. They're not the colors are not all the same. Some are more brown and some are more gray. So I guess I should go with more one of these than these. The background is more pink to that one. And this, but this is kind of white like that would be. So that could be a good idea as well. I don't like those background colors for this card set, but this could go. And the white ones are probably more and this color scheme. So I have all of these, and I do have these, but I think they're a little bit big for the tag. Because I will be putting like the that's the thing too, I'm going to be putting this at the bottom. There's a lot. There's a lot going on now. Okay, let's pull back some of these. I need 5 of these, so I'm gonna go with five of these ladies. So I'm thinking maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put these away. Try to limit my number of choices because this is getting a bit overwhelming. When you've got too much choice, it just becomes too much. Okay, so now I've got this beautiful thing. When I'm putting this, maybe this would be more subtle. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the lighter one. And I also think I want to distress this, and I believe I have just put away my distress tool. I had it on my desk. And it was lying around and annoying me. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I finally, after all of this, I'm gonna go with the frayed burlap, I guess, which is completely different than my original thought and idea, but you know, that's how when you're making cards, sometimes it just happens. You change your mind as you go through the different choices. And I think I'm gonna go with this paper. So I need 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I will have used all my set, but that's okay. I'm gonna put the rest of these little papers away. So they're in their own little place, in proper place. And that's just a tag idea. Also want to put these 2 things in my little holder. So here we go. Okay, so we were ready to go with this. I'm gonna go with this, and I want to distress this, so there's gonna be distressing and all sorts of things. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out obviously most of it is gonna end up being covered. It's just that I want multiple layers, because that's how what I feel like doing today. I really want to have multiple. So basically, if I go like that, for example. And then I would do this and then put the tag on it. I'm thinking I want to cut this like some of it I might cut higher and some of it I might cut lower to vary a bit. Or do I cut them all the same? I could also cut down my tag a bit. Not too much, however, because I do want to have this. So I need 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's say I can move these aside. And I don't need these anymore because I did make the choice. Why did I think I moved the wrong one, the one that I wanted? I put it away. Did I do that? Yes. Okay, I want the frayed burlap. Almost made a mistake there. So got that. And then this is going to be edged. I'm going to edge this as well, which is good because it's pale, so it's going to show, but it won't be too much. And then this here, I want it as much as possible. So let's say I was to do this and cut it there. So I'll cut all of them at the same time because it's fairly thin, so I think I can do this. Then I might distress the edges of that as well, because why not? They're not going to be cut, like they're not going to be torn like I did with the paper, the book page. So I think that might be a good solution. I'm going to keep these little pieces because they might be useful in some other project. Here we go. And then I want, okay, so then I've got that, got this, I've got this, and after that I'm going to put a tag. So I would like the tag to be maybe a little bit less, so maybe like this. Like I said, I don't want the tag to be too short. And the tags, I believe I'm going to do only 2 at a time because it's thicker. I don't want to, even though I'm going to be distressing them, I don't want to mess up my cut. So let's just do that. Here we go. And another one. I could have cut just a tiny bit shorter so I don't have to erase my pencil mark. Okay, so we've got all the elements pretty much prepped, except for the pieces of paper. So I need 5 of these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm good with this. I'll put this aside. And now I just need to do the same thing I did for this one. And just cut around the edges. And I'm going to be using some sentiments from Tim Holtz. I had pulled out the small talk, but I'm wondering if I should do the metallic instead. That might be a better choice, because I think they might be prettier with this ribbon. Yeah. So I think I'm going to change my mind and use these, but I'm going to have both in case I want to. I can decide later if I change my mind. Basically, that's the last part anyway. The other thing too that's going to be later is I need to find some trim, some twine or something to put at the top of the tag. So I'm thinking possibly twine just a bit, because I don't want it to be droopy. And I've got a feeling if I use anything else but twine, it might flop down on top of the card. And I don't want that. I did this one a bit short. Like I have to be really careful to, on the sides, to not go in too much, because otherwise this paper is gonna not have any book pages behind it. Like this is better. Like I don't want to see a lot of the book page, but I do want to see a bit of it. As I said, it's just a question of putting lots and lots and lots of layers. That's just how I feel like doing it today. Different days, different ways. Three, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I thought I had done the calculation wrong again. Like this didn't make sense, but I'm okay. So this is probably a long card making session, and you know, like I really want to make a set of 5, because I liked when I make stuff for Etsy, I like to have a set of 5. I just think it's a nicer quantity to offer. But obviously they takes a little bit longer. And I just like making sets that are uniform, like they fit together. So yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we've got all of these done. So these will be edged, but I'll edge them at the same time as I edge these. But now, before I do that, I want to distress them. So this is just a creative memory tool that I've had in my stash for a very long time. I have another one that's Tim Holtz either one works. Another thing, if you don't have a distress thing like that, what you can do is use scissors, but obviously, and just do that, like this here. The thing with scissors is it's more dangerous, so be careful if you do it that way. But if you don't have a distress tool, that's a great thing. It's just basically using, because there's sharp little knife in here, but this is perfect type of tool for Vicky to make sure that I don't hurt myself. Yeah, I used to do it with scissors, but I prefer using a safer tool and protecting my fingers, because I can be a real klutz and hurt myself in the weirdest of ways, which is not good, but you know, it just happens. Okay, and then and the fact that the card is getting a little bit like there's little indentations and whatever is just all good, because as I said, I'm trying to distress this, so it's not a bad thing that it's getting a little bit dinged, because I want it to look vintagey. Little pieces of card paper. If I start sneezing, that's why. Okay, so there's all that done. Then I can put this away so that I know it's in its place. And then I'm going to use frayed burlap, and I'm going to use it on all my different elements all at once. At least this way I can save some time on doing this. Try to do, like, if you're going to do a set of cards that have multiple elements that are all the same, it's a good way to do it this way. Therefore, you save on time, versus doing all of one card and then redoing all the different steps in the other card. And just because this is also messy, I'm going to have to clean out my hands afterwards. So it wouldn't make much sense to clean out my hands every 2 seconds, you know. I hope the cards turn out the way I have envisioned them in my head right now. Ever since I got the package, I have had, like, I was thinking of what type of cards I would want to do, and then I made some tags for my Patreons for my challenge video that I shared with them this week, and it made me think that this would be a great idea to use for the cards, especially since I had these beautiful ladies that I thought would be perfect to use as stoppers. But you know, like putting them directly on a card like that, it doesn't really do them justice. So by putting them on top of a tag and then using some of the washi with the tag, I just thought it would be a good idea. So there's that. I love distressing paper, and just there's something very calming about doing something like this. And preparing papers. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not. I guess it's time for me to eat. Okay, so we've got all of these done. Now I can put this aside and clean out my hands. Okay, and then we can start assembling. So I'm gonna just assemble all of these first. The tags I'm gonna wait because I need to put the washi. I think I also need to put the I'm gonna have to decide on the twine as well. Whoops. Better make sure though that the cards are all in the proper direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can put these away before I mess up. Here we go. I'll put this on top. Yeah, definitely time for my lunch. Ay, ay, ay. Whoa. What's going on? Why is doing that. It's okay because it's going to be covered up anyway, so it's not like it's going to show, but I don't know why it did that, why it stuck to the tape. It's very strange. And put that on top. Okay, so all 5 are ready to go. Then I want to put the tape. So I'm thinking, do I want to put it all the way to the back? I think so, because this way I can make sure that it stays put. So I think that's how I'm going to do this. The piece of tape here, okay, so I can put it at the back, and this way I don't have a weird edge either. And then I can put my lady on top and put a sentiment. So I'm going to do all of these first, and then I'm going to decide how I'm going to do the rest. So, and because this edge was where the tape was glued, I'm going to put a bigger edge so that it goes underneath. Actually, this part is a bit gooey, so let's do it that way. And I'm not going to put the ladies yet. I'm going to decide first which lady, and then I need to put the sentiment as well. Oh, there's a section where there's no gold. Oops. There's a section here that has no gold on it. So let me put that on top of this so I can use it on some other project. The rest all has gold. It's just the section that was, yeah. Okay, so I'm glad I noticed, because that would not have been good. And then I can remove this here. It's such a beautiful, beautiful washi. Oh my god, I'm in love with it so much. It's gorgeous. It goes down super nice. Really stunning. Not all washis are equal. This one is really, it's really nice to use. And somebody mentioned how the rolls were not big, but there's quite a lot, as you can see. Like it's long enough that I'm gonna be using this for quite a while. So you get a really good value for your money, and the sets are gorgeous. Now let's see if I can resist getting some more with my new my new order. I'm not sure I'll be able to resist because they really are stunning. But you can see it's fairly thick. So, and it's very thin, so you've got quite a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this up just so I can close this up. I've got some other washi that I can use to just close this up. Here we go. Doesn't really stick, but make it stick enough so that I can tuck it back into its box. Here we go. So all of these are done. Now it's a question of deciding which ladies, and then the how I put the phrase and stitch. I'm thinking something like that. Let me pull out my twine. Have something like this, or I could put something like that. It just doesn't feel as elegant, however, because of the gold. I'm thinking I need to be more like with this style. Or do I have a little gold ribbon? Let me go and check out my ribbon. Do have a goldish ribbon that might be prettier with this. Also have a smaller one that might be pretty. So I brought two, not knowing which one was going to be the best. So I have this one, which is bigger. Or I have that one. Thinking maybe the smaller one will be nicer. So I don't want them to be too big. I wanted to make sure that I had enough to make the cards. So let's say this here, how would that look? Because as I said, I want the thing to be going to the top and not coming back down. Might be a bit long. It's probably more like something like that. So let's do 5 of these. Okay, so we've got all of these done. So I might as well just assemble them. And then I need to decide the actual sentiment that I will use with each of the ladies. I think that's going to be pretty. So that's a lot. There's a lot of different little pieces, as you can see, that are added to this. So it's a labor of love, And when I make a card set for Etsy, I do try to put a lot of love in what I'm making and selling to you guys. I so appreciate the support that you give to my channel and to my art through supporting the Etsy store. It's really appreciated. So the link will be in the description box below to the product, but as well to the cards that I'm selling, making these, using these products. So if you're interested, go and check it out. And thank you in advance if you purchase the set. Really hope you love it. Oops. Doesn't want to go through. Okay. Went through, but it's not even and it's bothering me. Sometimes it's the little details that can take forever to put together clearly. Okay. So there is that. So all my ladies are here. Now it's a question of deciding which of the sentiments I want to use for this. There's a lot to Shine Brightly. Would be a nice one. Now let's peel these off. And then because she's bigger, I'm going to cut it in 3 pieces. There we go. Sweet Life. And then Enjoy Today. Oh, I messed it up. I messed up some of the, well actually maybe I can just edge it because a little bit of the black came up, and honestly that's the best that I thought for this. So it's distressed as the rest is. There we go. And then finally for the last one, maybe hello friend. There we go. So that's going to be the last of them. I can put the tape, make sure that the washi sticks and doesn't move. Here's the first card. Here's the second one. So I'm rolling the washi on top of frayed edges. I'm not giving it much chance. So it's trying to lift, but by putting the glue like that, I'm going to be fine. So here we go. Here's the next one. And finally the last one, and I believe, yeah, I'm at the edge of the tape, so it's a good thing we finished right now. So these are the cards that I made. I hope you've enjoyed seeing me make them. They will be available in my Etsy store, as I said. And that is it for now. Have a fabulous week, everyone. I love you so much. Take care. Bye.